Hi, I'm Monty McKinnon. Thank you for joining me. Today, what we're going to do is glue on the neck, and I want to show you how you do that to get it straight. We've already done all the work we need to do in order to sand the sides of the neck in order to make sure that it's straight, and I'll show you how we measure that in just 1 minute. So, what I do now at this point, in order to make sure that this neck is running right down the middle of this, I need to get a center line. Boy, they're hard to see when you... I think I do a pretty good job gluing this top together because I can't tell where we're at. All right, so it looks to me like I have my faint center line running right down here, as you can see. So I know that I've got my center line on my bridge, so it's going to sit somewhere up in there. And I'm looking pretty good. I know that if I take this straight edge here and I put this along here, I know that I've got it's slightly over the bridge, which is what I want. That looks pretty good. The bridge is 10 millimeters high, and this works out to be about 12, maybe 12 and a half millimeters high. So that's the bottom of the string that would come over here if it was resting on here, but it won't be because it'll be up just slightly, right? Because we have to yet adjust the truss rod, but we don't do that until we have everything in place and we have the strings on it and we deal with it at that point. Now, we know we've got a center line here. In order to make sure our neck is straight, we'll take a ruler and I will measure along here. And by the way, when you've finished your guitar top, be very careful of it when you're putting down rulers with straight edges on it, because it can really mess up your life in a real big hurry. All right, so for me, to get to the center line here, I'm about 32 and a half millimeters off the center line. That's this edge here running up here. And this side is exactly 32. So I know at this point that the neck is straight to the center of the guitar body. So when we do eventually put on the bridge, which I'll show you how we make that probably in the next video, then you will see how this all lines up. Now I have this fastened, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put the glue on here. Once I have the glue on here, the next thing will be to put clamps on here and down at the back here on the bottom. And then we'll be done for that part until that all settles in, and then I can start working on the bridge, because what we're going to do is we will take the bridge after we've made it and shaped it and got it all looking beautiful, and we know exactly where we're going to go. It's a little wider than we would normally use. Okay, this is a 6.5 inch bridge, so I'm going to be cutting off part of the wings of this. It's just a little oversized, not a problem. We'll cut it down. So what we'll do here is I'll reach in here and I will undo the bolts that are in here. Okay, so there we have it. The bolts are down in place there. This is off, this is off. We know we're looking pretty good. All right, and I'm going to put some glue in and around here. I know I've got that set where it needs to be. And I'm going to put the tape down there. And I'm going to put the tape down here. Okay, so I know that that's the area that I want to glue. So we will take our razor blade. I'm going to scrape off here for the most part. And I'm not going out to the edge because I want the shine going right to the edge of the fingerboard. So you don't want to do that. But it doesn't take much to take off. Now I will use that glue spreading device that we got at Birth. Got to admit, it smells pretty good. You're really tempted to lick it, but don't do that. Okay, that will do it. There won't be a lot of squeeze out on this. Okay. Let's just make sure nothing's gone awry here. We want everything to be straight. So we check once again, and we are at about 32. So we're looking pretty good. Just check the other side. Yep, we're good. Okay. Oh, I tell you what, this hand that I damaged, that's what's tightening this right now. And it's not going too well. It's sore. Oh, that's so good. Woo! We did it, folks. We got it. Remember, there's cross braces in here, so you've got to be careful to get this thing flat, but not to damage it. Now we take that little piece of rubber that I have here, and it just goes right along the seam there. Oh yes, and it picks up any glue that's there, and there was just a tad bit of glue, but not much. You don't want to squeeze all your glue out of there because then the joint won't hold. All right, now that's pretty good. It's not good enough. That, my friends, is magnificent. I'm really pleased with that. And I think the individual that's going to own this guitar is going to be happy with it as well. Oh gosh. I was going to throw this out. Oh. Well, I think I've earned a cup of tea. And it will be English breakfast because that's the best tea there is. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Please do. And please feel free to comment. I appreciate all your encouragement, and do read the community section, and stay in touch. And if you've got more questions, I've already received more questions for the next Tea with Monty, and that probably is going to be within the next week or two. We'll have another Tea with Monty, and I'll answer those questions that I've already received. And by all means, if you would, please write me and tell me about your hobby, and tell me what it is and how you got into it. And I want to do a video where we discuss you and your hobbies. So if you'll do that and send that on to me, I would really appreciate that. tryitnow1940@gmail.com. And you'll see the links down below there if you want to do that and shoot that along. I only use first names, by the way. I never want to divulge who is who and whatnot. That's private between you and I, and you in particular, so I don't want to violate that. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for hanging in. I appreciate that. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Okay, we're out of here. Bye.